I'll let you in on a little secret. I don't like ripping angles like this on the table saw. When it's a piece this size, if it was a little bigger, that's fine, but I'm working by myself and I like to work safe. So what I like to do is I like to cut them all with a circular saw. And I just get a piece that is much bigger than I need. This one, of course, is overkill. This is a 2x8x8, I believe. But I had this laying around, so you can do it however you want if you want to use a table saw, but I'll show you how to do it just using a circular saw. Also, you might not have a table saw, so this is how you do it with a circular saw. First step is I'm going to cut one square end. I'm just going to make a mark a couple inches past where I actually need the sill to be. I'm going to mark about a ½ inch in and a ½ inch down here. I'm going to mark that with my 4-foot level. Now I'm going to set my circular saw to 15 degrees right there. That line lines up with the 15-degree mark, and then I can tighten it down. Now I have my angle and I can rip my line that I just made. That's one. Now I can measure from the window to the edge of the sill here, and that looks like 2 3/16. So this is the top right here. I want to go 2 3/16, like so. And that's going to be the second angle that I rip. It's going to be like this. So if you picture this going against the window, if it's turned this way, this is the angle that goes with the house. So I want to make that same mark on the other end. So I'm going to measure from here, where it's not cut, 4 3/8. So I'll mark that down on the other end, make a line, and cut that. So if you match up the old piece, that looks good. And this, since it has the same angle on both sides, will work as far as this being the top of the sill or the bottom of the sill. So if I flipped the old piece around, now this is the bottom. And you'll notice right here, this is called a drip groove. And I want to recreate that in here. And there's a reason for this. The purpose for this groove is that rainwater goes onto the top of the sill and comes down here, and what it can do is actually creep up this way and get to the house. So if you put a groove in there, it will get to this groove and it won't be able to follow that little groove up. So instead, it will break the path that that water is following and it'll drip to the ground instead of going to your wall. So I'm going to recreate that on this piece here. So again, this is acting as the bottom of the sill. I'm going to make a mark right at 3/4 on both ends. And then I'm just going to take my saw, set it, and just do a saw blade. And that will create the drip groove. Now I can change the angle back to 0 on my saw. And then I'm going to set it. I'm going to unplug it first. Then I'm going to set the depth. So that it's something like that. Taking this back up. Okay. I want this groove to be just a little wider, so I'm going to do another pass and try and make it 2 saw blades thick. Yeah. Sweet drip groove, man. I'm gonna measure the width of the sill. 39 3/4, little shy. 39 3/4, little shy. There's our sill. See if it fits. That is looking good.